Hi all, and welcome to our first video of our trade breakdown series. In this series we want to analyze and pinpoint stocks that fit the two criteria. First of all, they have a trend on the daily chart and they are Wall Street darlings. And on the other hand, what's more important to us as day traders is they have the attributes that made the stock or making the stock good or very good, because things change almost on a daily basis, make it a good or very good or sometimes excellent day trading candidate. And this video is about Robinhood. The symbol is HOOD. Now the stock was IPO'd 5 years ago, I think alongside Uber and many others. It was a very successful IPO. A couple of years later, and COVID, and the stock ended up from the IPO price of 80 to under $10. So that's a 90% drawdown in the price, meaning some investors got burned with this investment. Okay, that's all in the past. Now let's take a look what happened basically over the last 12 months in the stock. Let's go back to a year ago. First of all, let's take a look at the trading ranges. You can see them here in the chart, and the volumes. So the stock over the last 12 months traded between $14 and $67, which makes it hefty, as you can see, candidate for, well, not a stock of the year, but one of the biggest winners of this year, of the last 12 months at least. So the stock traded under $10, started to move higher. As you can see, if you go back to the chart, the volumes were very low. The daily ranges very boring, not interesting. This is not a stock that a day trader wants to look at. Maybe on earnings day, maybe on spectacular moves, but there weren't. I mean, the stock you can see here, guys. Take a look until okay, let's go back almost to October of last year, and you can see no volumes, no there is now a clear uptrend heading into the close of the year, but you can see that the daily range, the volumes, relatively to what we're going to see right now, are disappointing. Now the stock started to gain some momentum. Take a look at this initial move here from basically the beginning of the year, and going straight up for how many months is it? 4 months. This run higher, and you can see on this run higher, one of the best indicator is this volume, or the pickup in volume. So the volume did not pick up 50%. The volume picked up 200 to 400%. Why is that? Because institutional traders and investors, many institutional investors, started to pick up on the improvement in the results of Robinhood. The platform gathered new business, new traders, expanded overseas. I think they are already in England, maybe some other European countries, maybe I don't know about that. What I know is that I'm looking at the chart, and you can clearly see alongside the great price action, you can see the clear pickup in volume. So this is not something that happens out of the blue. That's clearly driven by institutional investors putting money to work. Now the stock reached or traded above 60 when the tariff saga broke. So, and at one point I remember that I don't remember if it was Yahoo Finance or any other media where I read about the S&P 500 talking about bringing in Robinhood into the S&P 500. Then you see the pullback or aggressive pullback in the stock following the crisis. Although it's a financial services company, it has nothing to do with import, exports, tariffs on China. I think that this is clearly an overreaction. We'll talk about this in a minute, but then it recovered and it's back at the highs of the year, and it looks primed to return for the first time after 5 years or 6 years to its IPO price. Again, I'm not in the business of predicting any price up or down. We are in the business of day trading, and now let's move into what we are really interested is the day trading aspect of Robinhood. So if you look at the day trading aspect of Robinhood, let me read from Yahoo Finance here. Average volume 46 million shares. That's great. Average spread, they don't have the data. I will guess 2 cents, because most of the time it trades with almost no spreads at all. So amazing liquidity. That's a super important factor for day traders, because you wanna, it doesn't matter if your strategy is to go in and out very fast a couple of times or once per day. At any time you want tight spreads, because tight spreads mean less execution price, it means less slippage, it means more profitability. That's a given. So no spreads at almost at all, great volume, and a trading range of I would say the average pinpointed here is like $4, but at times it can be a bit higher and a bit lower, but $4 is quite enough to get on board with a trade. Not necessarily a breakout, but at the lows or at a reversal place, and look according to your strategy for an exit near the highs of the day. That's not the discussion point right now where to enter the trade in Robinhood. The discussion is, do you want to even spend time watching this stock? And I think if we look at Robinhood on a daily basis, there are those who are not trading from a mobile, and those who have a desktop with a couple of screens can definitely put aside a small piece of real estate and watch the intraday price action in Robinhood. Another great attribute of this stock, and again, I'm not talking only about the volumes, which at times are, let's not look at the last 5 minutes of Friday, because that was really unusual. But if you look at the price action, it's almost in line with the price action of the S&P. The volumes are very good, and watching the stock not necessarily as a top dog, but a candidate for intraday trades can be a good idea. Again, guys, that's only my suggestion. That's something that a stock that I'm looking at for a long period of time. When I say long period of time, for the last 6 months, great intraday price action, very accurate at times, support resistance levels that are tested. Sometimes it works also great at round numbers. The participation of institutional traders in this game is crucial for this extreme liquidity, and at time overperforming, and it's clearly overperforming the Nasdaq leadership this year. It's not Palantir, but it is in that ballpark with Palantir up 200% this year. Okay, so Palantir is up 500%, but Palantir is one of a kind, as much as I remember. So there is a big pickup in volume. You've seen the daily chart. There's a greater liquidity intraday. It has a very good, this is something that I suggest you observe yourself, great match, and the way it trades alongside the Qs and the SPY, so it has very good correlativity with both the leading indexes. Now it's a financial services company, and it sits in the Nasdaq, so basically overall the Nasdaq will have less influence. That's why I'm looking at the S&P and not necessarily on the Qs when looking for an entry in Robinhood. But overall, good and sustainable price action most of the trading day. And if the market moves up, most of the time it will follow the S&P. Sometimes it will lead the S&P. Again, according to each of your strategy or personal strategy, the best plays, of course, in this company are either from the view up or from the lows, not necessarily a breakout plays, because it's like I said, it's not a stock that is built to break out on low volume. This one needs a lot of volume, and a lot of volume is an intraday business of Robinhood. So if I want to sum things up, for day traders that are looking always for to expand the new interesting and volatile stocks, it has the volatility. Again, not the best in the Nasdaq, but it has the volatility. It has the intraday trading range. It has the volume. It has no spreads. It has the good correlation with the leading indexes. Almost everything that you want from a successful day trading stock. And again, where to buy and the timing is something that basically changes every day. If you look actually, and this will be my closing remark here, look at Friday's price action in Palantir and in Robinhood, and you'll see, although they don't belong in the same sector at all, the same price action. So beloved companies or businesses by investors this year. Thanks a lot for being here. If you have any remarks, questions, you have our email or our comments, or both. Thanks for being here with this video, and I hope to post more trade breakdowns and interesting day trading info as much as we can gather here at TCM ASAP. Thank you, and we'll see you in our next video.